Alright, Algebra 2, let's get rolling with 1.3 Algebraic Expressions. So we're looking at verbal expressions to algebraic expressions. A mathematical sentence containing one or more variables is called open sentence. If we take a mathematical sentence stating that two algebraic expressions are equal, so if we put them and we make them equal to, so for example, 3x plus 4 equals 12, we call that an equation. And then we can actually solve for x and solve the equation. Example 1. We want to write an algebraic expression to represent the following examples. So if we have 7 less than the number t, what we're taking, if we take t and we go 7 less, we have to go below. So t minus 7. The square of a number decreased by the product of 5 and the number. So if we take a number, let's call it, this time let's call it x, and we have the square of that. So we put a little 2 here. Now we're going to decrease. What do we use decreased? Minus. So we're going to subtract the product. Product vocabulary, if we know, is multiplication of 5 and the number. If you remember, the number was x. So we're going to go minus 5x. Write an algebraic equation to represent the following. The sum of 2 and a number is 5. Now what you have to realize is we have an equation, so all equations are going to have an equals, and usually in the form of is. So is 5. What do we have? The sum. So the sum of what? 2 and a number. So let's call it 2 plus x. Okay, or we could look at it as x plus 2 equals 5. Either way, you have 50 boxes. So we have 50 boxes. Okay, and are eating 12 boxes a month. What do we want to know? Well, if given the 50 boxes, we want to figure out how long it's going to take us. But we eat 12 boxes a month, so 12 boxes a month would be just 12x. Now we could solve for x, and that would give us how many months. Number 3, if we're going to evaluate, remember one of the 3 key words, evaluate, kind of like plug and chug. So if we take our expression negative 4v plus 3 times the quantity w plus 2v minus 5w, and we know that v equals negative 2 and w equals 4. So we're going to go negative 4 times, plug in negative 2, plus 3, plug in w, which is 4, okay, plus 2 times v, which we knew was negative 2. Okay, parentheses around that one, minus 5w, which is 4. Okay. What do we get? Well, if we use our properties, negative 4 times negative 2 is 8, plus the quantity, so we have 4 plus 2 times negative 2, so this is negative 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So we have 3 times 0 minus 5 times 4 is 20. Okay. 3 times 0 cancels out, so we get 8 minus 20, which is negative 12. B, C, well, we have C is negative 1, so we're going to go negative 1. 3 minus the a, which is 4, minus negative 1 squared. If we go inside the grouping symbols, we're going to get negative 1, 3 minus 4, minus negative 1 squared is just 1. So negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Minus 1 equals 0. So last one, we want to simplify by combining like terms. We have nothing to plug in, so simplifying just means to combine like terms as far as we can and stop. Okay, so what we notice is there's a 5 and an x to the first, x to the second, x to the second. So we see that this and this have like terms. So negative 3 plus 16 gives you 5x stays by itself, positive 13x squared. These two are not like terms, so we can leave it. And there's our answer. And for B, we have 2 fractions, and we have to do a little simplifying. So if we take if you remember the property, distributive property, we're going to distribute and get 3a minus 3b over 9 plus 4b over 9. If you notice, I'm going to break this apart with common denominator. So we have 3a over 9 minus 3b over 9 plus 4b over 9. These two have common denominators, 9 and 9, and a b and a b. So we have 3 over 9a minus 3 plus 4 is 1. So 1b over 9. Okay. The only last thing that we could do is we could simplify. 3 goes into 9 3 times, so we have 1a over 3 plus 1b over 9. And that takes care of chapter 1.3. Remember, do your best, forget the rest. Bye for now.